Right, welcome back to Dark Souls, everyone, and I think it's time we almost ready for our trip to Anor Londo. Oh shit! I looked up and he was suddenly there. Whoa, boom! I am not doing shit. I'm not doing shit before getting the levels though. So what my plan is to try and farm the Iron Giant for just a couple more levels up. I don't need Soul Arrow, Soul Spear just yet, but I will need it for Smough and Ornstein. Dick. Did it survive the fall? That's a bit annoying. So I need to get to the bonfire. Zervila fate is turning. I keep forgetting how fucking long that cast time is. Fuck you! Back to the bonfire. First straight from the city. We've got the bonfire. How much are we short? So we will need to kill him at least twice, from the look of that. So we've just got to hope we get the summons. I'm sure there's still a fair whack of Sen's Fortress to explore, but I'll wait till I'm heavily armoured as fuck. I've come the wrong way. Yeah, I'll wait till my munitions are sufficiently boosted. This way. Doop a doop a doop 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 doop. That this way. A doop a doop a doop doop doop. And the reason is I need Soul Spear in play because it's going to be my heaviest hitting spell. For most of the rest of the game, until I get Crystal Magic at Sen's Fortress, Soul Spear will be putting in a lot of work. You can get fucked. Oh, what you got for me? Oh, Light's Tartanite. You shouldn't have. Right, I'm going to stick my glorious golden sign here. I've got to sign up so I'm playing online. And we'll be right back when I get summoned. Right, so after a bit of a wait, we're being summoned. Yeah, my boy. Behold my glorious... Ooh, I came in the middle of an invasion. Leave the casting to me. Don't die. I don't want to have to wait. God, why am I not hitting him? Quit flying out of range. Nice. Sunlight medal. Always appreciated. And yeah, I thought I'd get 20,000. Right, so I'm going to do one more summon, I think. So I'll resume when I'm back at the bonfire. Right, so like a dumbass, I forgot to unmute my mic, because when I put it down there's a little button that mutes it. So I'm going to have to do retrospective commentary here. So we've popped for the levels. We did fight the Iron Giant twice, and then we're using the loose items to get our intelligence up to 36, and what that does is that now gives me access to Solar Spear, which is going to hit anything that hits really hard. So with that in mind, I then press on to reach Anor Londo. But even with Soul Spear, I was slightly worried that I couldn't handle this because it's a tricky area. We completely go the wrong way there. The build is coming along well. The difference when I played last time is obviously the Claymore I didn't have last time. I played a pure build on Dark Souls 1. But otherwise it's pretty similar, except maybe I had higher I had comfortably higher intelligence and possibly another attunement slot. So we're just working our way back to the boss chamber. Just take care of that guy. The next few levels in this build are going to be pretty critical because I need to figure out what needs to go where. If I continue investing, it's like it might be worth me putting the points in so I can use the sunlight, not the sunlight, the moonlight greatsword. So we've touched the seer, and these guys are going to now carry us to Anor Londo. I honestly don't know why they don't just drop me and break my neck. It seems very odd that they're so obliging to carry me on. Beautiful panorama coming up. It was at this moment I realised that I hadn't picked up the binoculars, which was a bit disappointing, given that you get so many nice sweeping views here. So, top of Anor Londo. You can see me just admiring the view here. Where we need to go is that big cathedral right in front. We do have a few steps to deal with first. Actually shocked I remembered how to do this so well, given it has been about 4 years since I was last here. Yeah, that's just me sizing up where I need to go. We're going to go down there, up, round, and activate the lift. And there's me admiring the Duke's archives. We're going to run past this guy because it doesn't benefit me for killing him. I'm ignoring the ones behind me as well. Yep, so that's the Duke's Archives where we'll be going quite quickly. I don't know if I'm going to... when I beat Simone Ornstein and the path splits, I'm going to be really struggling for where I need to go first. Because Sen's Fortress, not Sen's Fortress, Duke's Archives is one of the harder ones. But for this build, it gets me a lot of access to some of the stuff I need to make the rest of the game a doddle. Don't know what's happening here. Maybe I'm just weighing my options. So we're not going that way, because that way, like I said, is Duke's Archives. We'll be going back there soon. There are benefits for me doing Duke's Archives first. Although if I want to do Darkgrave, I think I have to do Londo Ruins first, which in terms of the areas is probably the hardest. New Londo Ruins, Old Londo Ruins, or whatever it is. It's either that or like Duke's Archives are there. So this is our first of the 2 Belfry Gargoyles, and we do need the tail cut here. So you can see I'm sort of fishing for it. There we go. So now I'm ready to open fire. Annoyingly dodges all of my spells. Makes me waste soul spears, which is never good. I think I'm just too far out of range. He's been a bit of a dick, isn't he, really? Not got a lot of health, but he's proving a bit of a... There we go. Doesn't get a drop. So I'm going back to get the soul spears I lost back. Can't be missing soul spears. Too useful. They're basically high impact nukes. You only get 8 casts in the entire game. And I've only got 4 so far. I have to wait for Big Hat Logan to leave Firelink before I get the rest. Yeah. My objective going into Anor Londo for this episode was just to get to the bonfire in the Citadel, where Solaire is, so that was the goal. But we are going to take it very carefully. It is a vast area though. Rough. Yep, so I'm just looking around. Just going to ignore it for the minute, because I don't know what the treasure is, but I was aware there was a treasure around here. Right, so we're going to continue our ascent up and to the room with all the painting guardians. Nearly fucked up the roll. This bit isn't too bad, we've just got to be careful. Painting guardians aren't too bad to worry about. It's more manoeuvring and not letting them overwhelm me, because again, I am a mage, I'm fleshy, I have limited poise and limited armor. The good thing is, I don't need any more strength investment for the Moonlight Greatsword if I do go down that route. Right, so just being very careful. It's not too tricky as this bit. Largely because of the lack of knockback from these throwing arrows. We do fuck up there. And I changed to magic just because I see the other one moving. Hop an Estus for safety. Get a little annoyed that they drop because I was wanting painting guardian gear. For no real reason. At the minute I can't figure out how to get that chest on the left. I had a look at it there, but decided against the gamble. Almost shit myself when I did that as well, because rather than running, I pressed B, which backstepped, and that could have gone horribly for me. So I am hoping for a painting guardian sword from these guys. We can't get the set because it's in the painted world, and we're not going in the painted world just yet. It's one of many things that will happen once we beat Anor Londo. Once we beat Anor Londo, the game will really open up. It's like we haven't even done everything we could before Anor Londo. We've still got the Hydra kicking around, and we've still got the catacombs to do. And on top of that, we could have even gone further into the Darkroot Garden and got the Ring of Fog, joined the Forest Hunter Covenant. The Ring of Fog is definitely an option for getting past the new Anor Londo archers. So I was weighing it up, but I decided against it in the end. So So I'm just assessing my surroundings. Okay. And what this is going to do is this is going to just now move the bridge down. So that now connects the bonfire to the approach. And we get the gargoyle's helm, which is good, even though I can't really justify wearing it. Next I'm going to head to the Painting Guardian room just to get the spell. Don't have too much to worry about here. It's just being careful. I am kind of hoping one of them drops the Painting Guardian sword, but I don't end up having that much luck. Fuck up the backstab. I did enjoy playing a full strength build with the Black Knight halberd down in this bit, because I was just like swinging it around and they would just cut like paper. It was brilliant. Okay, take that guy out. That one. Like I said, they are pretty fragile, so I don't have to worry too much.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Didn't even wake you up, but okay. Fuck up using pyromancy because I'm not used to casting from the left yet, which is going to need to change. But eventually what I'll need to come to is the decision for this build. Do I invest more into strength and have sorcery as the secondary, or do I invest in sorcery and have maybe strength as the secondary? It is a bit too late in the game for massive changes, so obviously I can't change to sorcery slash dex, or sorcery slash faith, or strength plus faith. So it's just a matter of how I'm going to ratio it. Don't know why I'm looking around. Hoping for a Painting Guardian drop, Painting Guardian sword, but not getting the luck. Right, I'm going to actually cut this bit because it's a lot of me just running around at this point. Right. Cut maybe about 30 seconds there, for all it was worth. And at this point I hadn't clocked on to the fact that I should have gone back for the bonfire. Yeah, it's literally here where I'm going, shit, I probably should go back. But given the length of the walk, I just thought, fuck this. There's not too many enemies between now and the next bonfire anyway, which is why I felt reasonably safe. Although I was starting to question it here. Take out the giants. We're going to get behind the ankles of this one. Alright, no I'm not. I'm going to fuck up horribly. Now we're behind his ankles. Easiest place to fight them from. We don't get any giant drops either. So it's final approach before the citadel with the notorious archers. But I have a plan in mind for those, so I'm not too worried. I'm gonna knock this guy off. Because he panics like a little bitch always. Now the trickier bits. Take care of that going. So there's 2 enemies here, and then we have to deal with the archers. But again, I'm not worried. Not worried at all. You can just see the archers are just pinging at me. I'm in 2 minds whether to save my sorcery. Can't block all their damage because they do have lightning weapons. So now we have to deal with the infamous archers, and they aren't as bad as I think they get billed for. They have killed me before, but they haven't caused me anywhere near the pressure, the pain that some people will ascribe to them. There is a couple of very handy ways you can deal with them. My original plan was to use oral decoy, but I forgot it. So we just run up carefully, and what we're going to do is get close and tight to the one on the right, and hopefully this will put him in a blind spot. We need to make him change to his sword. He's enjoying breaking my shield at the minute, because the right one shouldn't be able to hit me at the moment. So I'm panicking here. So luckily we get the riposte, otherwise that would have probably been game over. Knock him off. I'm not going to go back for the one on the left. Jump down. There we go. Anor Londo approach. Easy as that. But some people properly hate that Anor Londo archers bit. I've never quite had the struggle with it. And that's not just as a sorcery build, that's just in general. We're going to meet our buddy after we've lit the bonfire and sat down and rested a bit.
Oh, there you are. You've been quiet these days. Smooth summoning out there. Anytime you see my brilliantly shining signature, do not hesitate to call upon me. You've left me with quite an impression. I would relish a chance to assist you.
Sunbro.
You really are fond of chatting with me, aren't you? If I didn't know better, I'd think you had feelings for me. Oh no, dear me. Pretend you didn't hear that.
Oh, Teehee Solaire.
You really are fond of... Oh no.
Okay. So it's at this point that I'm like, oh, I've got here a bit earlier than I planned. So we're going to do a little bit of a clear out of some of the floor. Silver Knights are a lot more passive than they look. They are very easy to riposte and backstab. Well, the ones with the sword are very easy to riposte. But they are very backstabbable. There are a couple of mimics, so we need to be careful. There is a hidden bonfire somewhere, so I'm just trying to scope it out here. My memory isn't brilliant. See what I mean about the swords? They are very easily riposte to the sword wielding shield of the Silver Knights. Don't know why I'm bothering breaking shit, but oh well. Maybe it's just me channeling Legend of Zelda. get through this door. And this is the fake one because the noise gives it away. So there are some mimic. There is a mimic down here somewhere. I'm just scoping the area, casing the joint. That's the mimic. You can tell it's the mimic because of the chain. We're gonna get Havel's gear. We've already got his ring, so we've already got the best part of it, really. Not gonna take any fucking precaution with that, any fucking chance with that mimic. It's gonna drop the occult club. I don't know why I'm always looking for secrets that I can't remember. I think it's because I'm wailing on these because I expected to get the occult ember here. Which of course you get later at Aramea. I just completely slipped my mind. Do need to get round to repairing the sword because I don't think we've repaired it since before Sen's Fortress. Although we haven't exactly used it a lot as being a hybrid build. But one especially more focused on sorcery than strength. So we're going to go up to the next floor. Up the winding staircase. I'm going to ignore the mimics for now, I think. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait a bit before dealing with them. I heard the Silver Knight noise there, so I immediately went into defense mode. So yeah, another mimic. They only have old coins, I'm pretty sure, for this point. Bit of a useless room. Good job I noticed him. Just gonna ping him. I do need to kill a few of these Silver Knights for the Silver Knight set, and we can see the Titanite demon there in the room that was locked. I think that's the room that was locked. At this point I'm wondering how to get on that stair. Boat can be manoeuvred around. For the fish for the backstab. Dragon Slayer arrow. Lovely picture of Guinevere. I can see you lurking behind there. I think they're clever, don't they? So what I'm going to try and do is... yeah, bait him into coming out of his hidey hole. And finish the job of burning alive. Making good progress. Good progress. Just check around these corners. This should lead us up to the roof. You can see there's a few of them. We can take them one at a time. At this point I'm sort of deciding which direction I need to go in because I can't remember. Well, I elect to take the stairs down. We're running to Sigma here.
Whatever can be. Ah, let me guess. Were you repelled by the Silver Knight?
Nope. Been destroying these Silver Knights, mate.
Vanguards like you and I. I'll think of something. We can overcome it together. Which is good. We'll need another 3.
Or instead we're just going to charge in. Pick one of them off right from the start. Got around my shield, unfortunately. We'll take him out as well. We're going to engage this one fairly. Still fishing for that backstep. And we got it. Made him pay. You thought I was at open target, didn't you? Can open this, no problem. Demon Titanite. Open the door. We'll just go get our reward from Sigma.
What's on your mind? Wait. You defeated those monsters? Fantastic. I'm saved. Take this.
And I'm pretty sure that's what allows us to speak to the Quiliana's sister, Quilina, or... No, it is Quilana. Quilana. Yep. Is it? Quilag's sister, I forget the name. Okay. So we've now opened that door. And that's brought us back here. So we've got a nice little shortcut. It's at this point I'm more than happy to turn around and head back to the bonfire. We've done a nice chunk. So I'm just going to run back. And I'm going to rest at the bonfire, and we're going to continue the second half of Anor Londo next time. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I hope you have a great day. I'll see you next time.